A lot of you have been asking me about my fashion frame, and by a lot, I really mean it, because there is so many of you asking me what sigil is this, what Syandana is that, what armor is that. Usually I will just give out a really brief description, but I haven't really made a video that is like 100% just talking about my fashion frame, like a really in-depth video. So this is it. This is the video that you all have been asking for. Let's get started. So this is a tile set that you normally wouldn't see because it's glitched outside of the Oregon lab. So I'm just going to go back to my orbiter, because why not? So in this video we will be going through pretty much everything, because that's all you guys want to know, right? So let's get started. Usually my Warframes follow this color palette, which is basically black, white, and then purple. So the color white is more of a problem here because I want it to be just enough to cover a portion of the Warframe, not too much, not too little, but just nice. Like for example, this nidus here, with the accents on white color only, then it only like colors his veins and this little infested spore portion of his body. But then for like Nyx Prime, for example, if I have tertiary on black and only accents on white, then it will only cover her metallic parts but not on her body itself, which is definitely not enough. Which is why on some Warframes, like again the Nyx Prime, I have white on tertiary, and let's see, like oh yeah, my Frost, I have white on my primary color. So I won't be going too deep on the color customization, because all you need to know is that my Warframes follow this color palette, which is black, white, and then purple. Next, we have the attachments. I have two things to clarify here. Everything you see in this section will be exactly the same for every other Warframe I own, except for the Ephemera, because sometimes I like to switch it up. Secondly, some of the items here might not be easily replicatable by some of you. These prime armor sets are bought with real money, and some of the items here cannot be obtained anymore because they are exclusive items due to certain events. For example, the Proto Soulmate Shoulder Guard is from a Nightwave reward that has been ended like a few months ago, and the Lotus Ephemera is basically a Tenocon only kind of thing. Anyway, let's just take a look at the armor we're using. First of all is the Targus Prime Cuirass. You can get the Targus Prime armor set from the Mag Prime Vault or the Nyx Prime Access. Next is the Proto Soulmate Shoulder Guard. As I mentioned earlier, this is from a Nightwave reward, which is the Series 2 Nightwave. So the reason why I put this shoulder guard instead of another Edo Prime on the left shoulder is because I wanted to break symmetry. When I put this shoulder guard, this infested looking thing on my left side, it just looks absolutely amazing. It looks really freaking cool because look at this part. It glows in your favorite energy color. That's amazing. And then you also have this long thing that just goes down all the way to your legs, which is, well, it's kind of like a secondary Syandana, I don't know. Next is going to be the Edo Prime shoulder plates. You can get this from the Vogue Prime Access, and one cool thing about the Edo Prime is that when you have reached a certain amount of combo, like on your melee combo, then it will actually like shoot out electricity and it will just go like bzz, 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 something like that. Next is going to be the Targus Prime Greaves on both sides. So again, you can get the Targus Prime from the Mag Prime Vault or the Nyx Prime Access as mentioned earlier. Moving on, we have the Lotus Ephemera. Now I forgot which Tenocon is it to get this Ephemera, but I'll definitely leave it up on the screen. You can see it right there. So the reason why I'm using this Ephemera instead of the new Cool Villages one is because A, I don't own any of the Cool Villages Ephemera, and secondly, I think they are a little bit too excessive. The reason why I like the Lotus Ephemera is because it's just nice, it's subtle, and it's pretty much just perfect in every way. And for the Cool Villages, well, I think the Ephemera is pretty cool, but again, as I said, it's pretty excessive. It's just too much going on around your Warframe. The only other Ephemera I would use is the Spore Ephemera, because it's just nice. It adds this nice looking outlines to your Warframe, and it adds this growth, this infestation just below your legs, which is actually pretty cool. But again, it's a little bit too distracting for gameplay, which is why most of the time I would just put on these Lotus Ephemera. Next, let's move on to the Syandana. It is the one and only Misa Prime. In my opinion, this is one of the most beautiful Syandanas in the game. I don't think I'll ever take this off for any other Syandanas in the game because this is just too beautiful for my liking. You can get the Misa Prime Syandana from the Frost Prime Access, and the reason why I like it is because A, look at the pattern of the Misa Prime Syandana, it just looks so freaking cool. And the thing is that this thing has existed in the game for so long, for many years in fact, and wearing this just pretty much makes me proud to be a veteran player in this game. So the Syandana that I'm using pretty much in every single videos I've shown is the Misa Prime. Moving on, we have the Regalia. Let's take a look at the Acheron Sekara. To get this specific emblem, you need to complete the Law of Retribution Nightmare mode. Unfortunately, raids do not exist in this game, so until DE decides to put it back into the game, then maybe you can get another kind of emblem similar to this. The reason why I put this one on, well, pretty much 99% of the time is because it proves that you are a real veteran. For any of you out there who also has this specific emblem, just put it on and just flex on everybody, because to complete the Law of Retribution Nightmare, you need to have a well coordinated team, because in Nightmare mode, especially for the Law of Retribution, failure is really common. Next is going to be the clan emblem. This is pretty much my channel logo, so nothing special about that. Next, let's take a look at the front sigil. This is the Valoran Prime, which is obtainable from the Nova Prime Access. In my opinion, again, this is another really cool looking thing in the game, because there's this like portal thingy right on your chest. So the properties is the same for every Warframe out there: maximum width, maximum height, minimum Y offset, and maximum alpha. Alpha basically means the opacity of the sigil. And then for the colors, it's also pretty much the same. The first one over here controls the outline of the sigil, and then the second one is the energy color. So as you can see, it changes the color inside of the sigil, which is this portal thingy over here. And then for the back sigil is the Steel Meridian sigil, but specifically the unyielding one. Finally, I have a short cinematic planned for you, so if you want to watch it, then you can stay. So thank you so much for watching this video. If you guys liked it, then be sure to leave a like, write a nice comment, and please consider subscribing. We are almost hitting 3K, so definitely tell your friends to subscribe to this channel for some Warframe content. Lastly, before we go to the cinematic, I just want to say thank you so much for all of your support. I really appreciate every single one of you. For those who commented on my videos, for those who raised discussions, for those who even liked the video and subscribed to this channel, I appreciate every single one of you. I just want to say thank you for your support, and I definitely hope that you can continue to support this channel, because I love creating content for all of you guys to watch. Even though it takes days to, push out a few videos, but still, I would say that it's definitely worth it, because every single video I push out, I would learn something new. Whether it's from the editing process or just from the video itself, I definitely learn new things along the way. Anyway, without further ado, let's take a look at this cinematic. Let's go.